Good morning. Well, I thought I might show you this morning a simple breakfast that I often make. I don't always have breakfast, but when I do, I usually like something that's going to be quite quick to make, that's going to give me sustained energy, but also something that is actually really gentle on the digestive tract and can help support the health of the gut as well. So I'm just going to show you a simple protein shake. Now, a lot of people talk about protein shakes. But I just want to show you the ingredients that I put into mine every morning. I'm going to use a NutriBullet, but it's so simple because there's not anything that's really high fibre to break up. So any sort of blender should work well for making something like this. What I start with often is like a coconut water. It doesn't need to be. You could just use plain water. You might want to use something like a nut milk, like an almond milk. This recipe has about roughly 300 mils of coconut water that I'm going to put in here. Now, coconut water is known for having high levels of potassium. You don't want to have extensively high levels of potassium. It's an important electrolyte that we need in the body, but you must remember it does need to be supported by sodium, and everyone thinks we need to reduce down on our sodium levels, but we do need sodium. Typically we get most of our sodium from our food, and we may not always get enough potassium. So I've got a coconut water, but it doesn't need to be, so that's 300 mils. Now, the protein powder I use tend to be plant-based ones. This one is by Sun Warrior, this plant-based protein powder, which is made of rice, pea, quinoa and chia seeds and amaranth. It's all organic. It's by Sun Warrior. Pulsin do a really nice range. I'm not sponsored by any brands of anything, but they do a nice range. So they have a very simple scoop. I'm just going to put one scoop of this powder into my shake, so that's really simple. I'm then going to follow with some fats, because for me a balanced, sustainable meal needs to consist of fibre, protein and some good fats. And I'm a fan of hemp seed. That's what this one is. And I put in a really large heaped dessert spoon of that into my shake. And then I just finish off with some frozen berries for simplicity. Could be fresh. I've got some frozen berries. I've put them into a thing already just for the sake of showing you today. Keep those in the freezer. Easy to have to hand. And then, of course, all I have to do is blend it. So just ignore the noise for a moment. It's really simple to make this. As I said, it's not a really high fibre breakfast. Gorgeous, reasonably thick. It depends how much water you put in. And it's really delicious. Now, the red berries, the reason why I love the berries is they're low sugar. Obviously that's really important if we're looking for more sustained energy, but the red colouring, they contain something called polyphenols. Now, there's more and more research around the benefits of these red berries. We know about antioxidants, but polyphenols in particular, the research now is showing the benefits they're having on the health and stimulating the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut, which of course is really important. So that's going to be my breakfast to start me off the day. As you can see, I might be able to tell I'm off to the gym, so it's really easy to digest as well, and that should keep me going easily through till lunchtime later on today. Don't forget, I'll be giving more tips and information on my webinar Thursday the 6th of June at 7 p.m, free webinar, simple and effective tips to reduce IBS. It starts at 7 p.m, it's 30 minutes. You can find details on Eventbrite, and my Zoom posting is also in here, which I'll add later on to this post for registering, which you must do in advance.